Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's collective reading video. I am sending you all so much love, regardless of where on the planet or when in terms of 3D time you are tuning in to this reading, because of course, time, space, and distance are irrelevant when it comes to energy. So whenever and wherever you are aligning with this video, I do believe that there is some kind of message here for you. So I am going to start tuning into your energy by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. If you would like to channel or attract a more specific message from the reading today, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do allow me to better pick up on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. You guys know who regularly visit my channel that we do these collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with additional mini reading videos in between the major readings. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we also have these readings premiered with a live chat feature, and that live chat is extremely energetically potent because of the energy that you each bring to it individually. So thank you to those of you who are participating during the live chat here as well. And of course, we also, during these Monday, Wednesday, Friday readings, will continue the reading in our beautiful soul tribe on Patreon. So if at any point in the reading you do feel guided to join me in the extended Patreon reading after this video, the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Right away, for some reason, I heard a name with the letters B-E-R, possibly T-H-A as well. This even could literally be the name Bertha, although I know that it's a bit of an uncommon name. This could be your name, it could be a relative, a past relative. But do keep in mind, whenever I channel very specific names, details, dates, etc., these are typically meant for very specific individuals. So only take those details how or if they connect for you personally. So I've been starting today by pulling some cards. And right away, we have the Magician and the Mirror. Now, this is one of my top 2 twin flame cards in the deck. So what this tells me immediately is that there could be a twin flame connection involved here, or I could be speaking to someone who has considered themselves to be on some type of a twin flame journey. Now, of course, that doesn't have to be the case for everyone. I will say that we also have the Victory card. So this is sitting on the sacral chakra, and I heard emotional breakthrough. So regardless of whether you are dealing specifically with a twin flame, someone here who has been trying to ignore their intuition is having a major emotional breakthrough. So this is revealing a lot of powerful truth to this particular person, specifically regarding how they feel they've been a little out of alignment with their higher soul's path, possibly specifically when it comes to expressing or living in alignment with their own truth, with the Temple Path card reversed, sitting on the throat chakra. There was also deep emotion coming up here. I heard nostalgia. This could be similar or akin to a sense of nostalgia for the person that I'm channeled into here. But this feeling is sitting heavy on the heart chakra. It's this desire to come home, to return. And I almost felt myself choking up as I said that. So whoever I'm tuned into here is feeling a lot of emotion around a desire to return back to something, to come home. Now, from a deeper spiritual perspective, this actually seems to be a desire to come home to their true inner self. And that is just simply being reflected in possibly some kind of soul connection they are experiencing that they also desire to reconnect with physically or to come home to that person. But there's almost this mirroring where whatever that soul connection is that they're desiring to reconnect with, it's actually simultaneously a mirror of their own inner self calling them home to deeper alignment with their true soul path here. Now, of course, we are dealing with energies. So for someone listening, this could be connecting with your internal energetic world. This also could be connecting to someone that you are connected to externally in a romantic sense, most likely if it's connecting in the external world. It could be platonic for some of you, but for most, if this is connecting to an external person, this is a highly romantically charged situation as well. Now, I will say that the person that I'm tuned into here, while they are revealing these powerful truths, there is also a sense of being stuck or being trapped in something and not really knowing what to do about it. I just heard someone say, "I love you and I don't know what to do about it." It's like someone is realizing the depths of their love for you and they have no idea how to handle it, how to move forward. I keep seeing a giant boulder. So this metaphorically could represent some kind of obstacle that may even feel insurmountable, that's very manifested in the physical world, like something about bridging this disconnect, although they're really longing for it, feels really challenging or almost impossible to do. And that's why they're in this strategy reversed energy. It's like things have become very clear to this person. The truth has been revealed to them about how they're really feeling towards you, this idea that they want to reconnect with you or they want to come home to you, and yet there is some kind of manifested obstacle or situation that causes them to question whether it's possible or how it could be done. Now, I am hearing their spirit guides or their soul at a higher level telling them that nothing is truly impossible, that nothing is impossible with the soul. This person does seem to be in a bit of a negative headspace when it comes towards you in this connection, but it's not because of pessimism. It's because of their tendency to overly lean into their logic, and combined with the intensity of their love for you, that they are just now beginning to fully realize. I'm hearing tip of the iceberg. So it may be that this particular person knew that they had some feelings for you, but they didn't realize they were just looking at the tip of the iceberg. They didn't realize there was so much more sitting beneath the surface that they weren't able to see above the surface until they went deeper within themselves. I think it's significant that icebergs are cold as well, because this is someone who either considers themselves to be, or there may be people around them that perceive them to be emotionally cold or closed off. But you melt them. You are someone who they cannot be cold around. And that both deeply intrigues and entices this person while simultaneously really scaring them as well. You may see this kind of tug of war happening in their actions towards you as well, because it's like they are constantly at war internally with themselves. Part of them being so pulled towards you because you are the only one who can melt their cold exterior, who can really pierce straight to their heart. And yet simultaneously, they are afraid of the fact that you hold this kind of power over them. So this at times may even be reflected in a dynamic that looks hot and cold, that looks like this person opening up their heart very suddenly and quickly, and then suddenly trying to shut it all down, sometimes even in the same breath. So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. In the extended version of the reading, we will be channeling more into what this particular person is feeling stuck about, what their logic is telling them is making this connection an impossibility. Again, I feel everything is possible with the soul here. So this is really just artificially created doubt from this person's overly logical mind. But I do want to know what's going on in their head regarding whatever these doubts are, whatever these perceived physical obstacles are. So we will be channeling more about that in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. I will be turning to the traditional tarot. For some reason, I heard blunt messages. So whatever's coming forth from the traditional tarot may be very straightforward and blunt. The words Lincoln and airplane came out. For some reason, travel, airplane, these kinds of themes keep coming up in recent readings. So I'm not sure if someone has been traveling recently or desires to travel. Maybe someone here could even be a pilot. I know that's hyper specific. That's probably just for one person. But the first blunt message that we have from the traditional tarot is Temperance. This is a card of being patient, allowing things to unfold naturally, going with the flow of your life. And I feel this is specifically directed to someone listening who may find themselves out of fear, specifically fear of loss, fear of having bad timing with a particular person or situation, fear of losing a certain connection. These fears may artificially motivate you into actions that are coming from that lower vibrational state of fear, because of course, fear is a very low vibration. And I'm hearing that if you feel a sense of urgency around actions that are coming from a place of fear, so for example, you're feeling very anxious and then suddenly you think, I should reach out and call this person or tell them something or text them, you can know with certainty that those actions are acting from a place that is out of alignment with what your higher self knows. Because your higher self is operating according to a soul plan that isn't fully understood by your conscious mind at this time, and yet is pulling you through those in the moment intuitive impulses inspired from high vibrational places to walk in alignment with that plan as it is unfolding itself effortlessly through the present moment. I just keep hearing, don't let fear tempt you into taking actions that are out of alignment with the knowing, that peaceful knowing of your higher self, that is surrendering, that is moving with the flow of your life effortlessly and allowing things to unfold themselves naturally. Specifically, I feel this message applying for someone in love. I'm hearing those who are meant for you will always align with you when you are in your true power. I'm also hearing a message of never giving in to the temptation to change any aspect of your beautiful, radiant, inspiring self in order to fit someone else's limited idea of you, even if this is a soulmate or a potential twin flame. Regardless, never dilute you're very beautiful and high vibrational frequency to fit into someone else's box or mold or limited concept of who you are. I'm hearing you are unlimitable, which I guess that may not be a word, but of course the word would be limitless. You are unlimited. You are also undefinable. And I'm getting that at this time, there are many people looking at you either literally because of what you are doing, being, or creating in the world, or who are watching you from an energetic perspective, from a psychic perspective. You are creating ripple effects, waves energetically because of this vibration that you are emanating that is incredibly powerful. And everyone in the quantum field that can consciously identify your soul frequency as it's being exuded out in this powerful way is picking up on that energy and responding to it. This is generating a lot of curiosity, again, both at that psychic quantum level. You may have others sending you a lot of psychic energy. You also may simply have others who are looking at your social media profiles, wondering what you're doing, trying to connect with you, even if they aren't reaching out literally in the physical world. They may be trying to essentially manifest you to contact them or connect with them through sending you this psychic energy, thinking heavily about you, whether they are doing this intentionally or not. I'm not sure why that came up in this reading, but that may be very relevant to someone who is listening here. We also have the Three of Wands. So this is about continuing to move forward, developing your sense of freedom, self-confidence. This could indicate a literal physical move, although I'm getting that will not be the case necessarily for all of you. I'm hearing that regardless, your main focus at this time, regardless of those who may be pulling on your energy, those who may be trying to connect with you, your main focus at this time is meant to be developing that sense of self-confidence within yourself, focusing on whatever you consider to be your soul purpose here on earth. And again, that will vary very much from person to person. We do have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. So through all of this, you may be going through a period of time where you have felt very much in a transition, where you have felt almost like having a foot between worlds. You've had a sense that something extremely powerful is happening to you energetically behind the scenes, and yet simultaneously in the physical world, things may look very stagnant or as though they are not moving forward at the pace that your ego self would prefer or that people around you would be able to visibly recognize. I'm also picking up an energy of, with the Seven of Swords upright, this can speak to deceit, to feeling as though there are people around you that you may have thought that you could trust, that you no longer can, or something has been revealed to you, showing you that these people may not be worthy of this level of access to your energy. Now, this message will not be for everyone. We're definitely getting into some of those blunt messages that were referenced by your guides earlier, but also messages that are highly specific and only going to relate to certain individuals. But I'm hearing that for someone very specific, especially during the recent eclipses and the full moon energy, you may have found that truth was revealed to you. I'm hearing a hard pill to swallow. So this could be about someone in your life, platonically, a family member, someone romantically. Whoever this is, I almost feel as though you get this sense that your intuition was blinded around this person, or as though you didn't foresee some way in which you may have felt betrayed by them or felt as though they were doing something behind your back. Now, again, this will not be for everyone, but for whoever I'm speaking to here, I feel almost as though the reason your intuition did not foresee how this connection would unfold or how you might feel betrayed by this particular person is because this person or connection had something very important to teach you or to give you. Now, again, this will not be for everyone. And if this is for you, you will know exactly how this resonates. But I feel as though for someone listening, this person actually, or people, if it's multiple people for you, helped you to open your heart in some new and more powerful way. So only you can know what this looked like for you personally. But for someone listening here, this may have opened your heart in the sense that it showed you what you were truly worthy of in love, that you were worthy of a love that runs much deeper than possibly what this person may have been capable of giving to you. I'm also hearing that throughout this entire process, you kept your heart very open, even if or when you were feeling hurt or betrayed by this person or situation. You never allowed your heart to close. And this was an exercise in opening your heart chakra to a greater degree, that even although it may have been revealed to you that this particular person may not be worthy of accessing this level of heart chakra energy from you, ultimately, that entire situation has been a gift for you in the sense that through keeping your heart open the entire time, you are now reaching this new level of energetic magnetism that is pulling to you the kind of love that is truly aligned with your frequency, whether that's platonic or romantic love coming up here. So in a sense, this situation that may have felt very painful, very blindsiding and confusing has actually catapulted you into a new beginning that is represented by the Ace of Wands. And I do feel you very much in this brand new energy, but also holding a tremendous amount of power at this time. I'm also hearing this message around the fact that you've had to undergo particular situations, trials, circumstances in order to prepare yourself for receiving this kind of power and magnetism, almost like you were being prepared, or even now, you may still find yourself in this preparation process for holding a very high degree of spiritual or energetic power. I'm getting a message that whenever you as a soul desire to be in a place of great empowerment, whether that is to bring something great to life in the world, a work of art, a business, a connection, whatever it is that you are doing or creating has required you to go through certain challenges and situations in order to prepare you to do and to create the kinds of things that are truly rare and what others see as once in a lifetime. So from the love word scramble, we also have the words boat and adventure. So these words may be resonant for someone personally. We're also getting the card Door to Value in the reverse position. So and this might go back to that person that someone may have felt betrayed by, or something may have been revealed about them. Again, this won't be for everyone. But for someone here, there is a person who seems to have ignored their intuition. This person is very blocked in their third eye chakra, and they seem to be not seeing your value at this time, or maybe this person didn't recognize your true value in the past, and this may have led to a very painful situation for you. With woman holding a coin reversed, this may have been someone as well who triggered a sense of insecurity within you. This won't be for everyone, but for someone listening here, this person not seeing your value or your worth may have at some point in time left you feeling a little bit uncertain or a little bit shaky. But again, this is very past tense, because I feel that in the present, you have made yourself much stronger. You've reclaimed your heart. With woman holding a heart reversed, it's almost as though without realizing it, you may have given away too much of your power or your sense of self-worth to this particular person who couldn't see your worth. In the past, you may have allowed them to even determine your value to a certain degree or how you would value yourself. But all of that has changed very rapidly. I'm hearing unrecognizable. So it's almost as though you are unrecognizable to the way that you may have behaved in the past with this person, where again, in the past, you may have allowed them to determine your worth. You have now cleared your own third eye chakra, which has allowed you to clearly see your true spiritual value and your true worth. And you will never allow that to come back into question again. Yeah, there's a very decisive energy. I'm not sure why I'm hearing the time is now. I feel as though recently someone I'm tuned into here may have felt this sudden push to make a radical change in your life. Whether this was to move to a new location, to separate from a specific person, to put yourself out there when it comes to a particular dream or idea. I just get this almost push energy after a period of time that may have looked somewhat stagnant. Now, for some of you, this may be something coming in futuristically. So it could be that in the future, you begin to feel this push into inspired action in a particular direction. And if that is the case, I'm getting a very strong message from your guides to have the courage to follow that out, because that does seem to be a push coming from a higher version of you that has already aligned with the timeline where you have achieved that particular goal or dream that you are aiming for. So in the extended version of this reading, I will be channeling much more deeply into your energy. We will be taking a look at specifically how you may be moving forward at this time, any messages your spirit guides, your higher self, whatever divine forces you personally connect with might have for your current soul experience here on Earth, any future timeline potentials you might need to be aware of. And we also will be channeling into your aura and who may be connected to you. So who romantically or platonically might be thinking of you, feeling something about you, or sending you energy at this time. So again, all of that is going to be in our extended Patreon reading, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. But for now, I am going to be closing this first reading with a final message from Rumi. And the card that came out here is Dance of the Divine Feminine. So I'm just going to read a message from the guidebook here. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the saw or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be. If the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater, when the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. The guidebook also says, you may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not so solid. You may touch it to see. Is it moving? Of course. It is hurtling through the skies, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness. Yet, you imagine you have the choice of not moving. Soon, you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held on to appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your center will remain strong. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Again, if you do feel resonance with the reading today, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram for energy updates and inspiration. Of course, we do channel these collective reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I do invite you to join us back here again on those times and days if you feel guided to do so. If you are feeling guided as well to join me now in the extended version of the reading, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today, wishing you the most beautiful start to your week, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.